Are you tired of setting strict monthly budgets only to find yourself abandoning them by the second week? It's a cycle almost everyone knows, but it's one that keeps you trapped in a state of financial stress. The truth is, the wealthy don't build their net worth through massive, infrequent maneuvers. They build it through small, consistent, and invisible actions that compound over time. Today, I'm going to share a system that transforms the daunting, vague concept of budgeting into a series of tiny, repeatable daily habits. By the end of this video, you will have a complete blueprint that takes only 23 minutes a day to execute. This isn't just about spreadsheets, it's about rewiring your brain, capturing your capital before you can waste it, and making it practically impossible to stay broke. The first habit is the morning money minute. Before you touch your emails, before you scroll through social media, and before you start the chaos of your workday, take less than 60 seconds to open your financial apps. You are looking at three specific numbers: your checking account balance, your total debt, and your investment balance. That is it. The goal here isn't to judge yourself or to panic over what you see, it is to build raw, unfiltered awareness. Most people spend their lives living in fear of their bank account. They avoid checking their balance because they associate it with anxiety. But by ignoring your money, you're essentially flying a plane with the dashboard covered. When you look at these numbers daily, the anxiety evaporates and is replaced by clarity. You start to see your financial life as a data point rather than a source of stress, which is the first step to true wealth. Once you have your awareness, you need to automate your growth. This is the 24-hour wealth capture. Instead of waiting until the end of the month to see what's left over in your checking account, which we both know usually ends up being zero, you are going to set up automatic daily transfers into a separate savings or investment account. Even if it is a small amount, the act of moving money daily is psychologically transformative. It creates a rhythm of consistency without triggering the loss aversion that stops people from making large, one-time contributions. By the time you get to the end of the month, you haven't just saved money, you've built a habit that happens in the background independent of your willpower. You are effectively paying your future self before you ever have the chance to spend that money on something temporary. Now we have to address the leakage in your budget. This is the sunset spending review. Every single evening, take just 2 minutes to pull up your transactions from the day. You aren't just looking at the amounts, you're looking for the story behind the spending. Ask yourself, was this purchase reactive or intentional? Did I spend this because I needed it or because I was stressed, bored, or tired? Most of our broke behavior isn't about being poor, it's about emotional triggers. When you track your spending at the end of the day, you catch your bad habits in real time. You start to recognize that latte or impulse purchase as a symptom of an emotional state, not a financial necessity. This 2-minute review is the most effective way to eliminate waste without feeling like you're restricting yourself. But wealth isn't just about defense, it's about offense. You need to increase your capacity to earn. This is your 15-minute learning block. Dedicate a quarter of an hour every single day to learning a high-value skill. This could be industry-specific knowledge, a technical skill, or even soft skills like negotiation and sales. The market pays you based on the value you provide, not the hours you clock. If you spend 15 minutes a day sharpening your mind, you are compounding your earning potential. Over the course of a year, that's over 90 hours of dedicated skill development. That is how you go from an average income to a high-earning individual. It's the fuel that powers your engine. Finally, you need to prepare for the obstacles ahead. This is the tomorrow optimization. Spend 3 minutes every night planning your financial behavior for the next day. Think about your schedule. Do you have a meeting that usually makes you stressed and prone to ordering expensive takeout? Do you have a commute that tempts you to stop at a store? By identifying these triggers the night before, you create what researchers call implementation intentions. You're essentially telling your brain, if I feel stressed tomorrow, I will do X instead of spending money. You're automating your decision-making so that your willpower isn't drained by the time you get home. When you look at this as a whole, you're investing just 23 minutes a day to change the entire trajectory of your life. These daily habits do something profound. They shift your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is struggling to stay afloat and start seeing yourself as a wealth builder. When this becomes your identity, frugal decisions no longer feel like a restriction, they feel like a natural expression of who you're becoming. The small amounts you save daily will compound into significant growth, and the skills you learn daily will expand your ceiling. Stop waiting for the end of the month to fix your finances. Stop letting your circumstances dictate your bank account. Take control of these 23 minutes, build the system, and make it impossible for you to stay broke.